Welcome to the Sprunk Xtreme 1 Cup Unizo Speedway. Today we have a 6-racer crowd that's playing together here. And we have a famous racer back by the name of Local Carlos, one of the original most wanted sports car champions. And we're glad to have him back. He's going to work off some rust today in a very tricky speedway. So we've already began here. Following Emerald, qualifying, Xtreme made the pole today. And it is a tricky track to say the least. So we'll go right over to Local Carlos, who seems to be mid-pack right now. That slipstream is going to pull everybody around. That's going to really change the dynamic of the way this race works. It's kind of an up and down. You can see the weird kind of angle on it, but it's very cool and very tricky. Like it tries to get you off pace. So one turn will be a lot stronger than the other, and as you go in, people have to find balance. But we have a good field here, and we got 20 laps of racing. And as always with Sprunk, we all use the Hotring Sabre. The Sprunk Buffalo is available for people to use, so if that's the only car you have and you want to be involved in this, make sure you bring it. Either one will work fine. In the same respect, the Sprunk Buffalo is just a tad slower, so one thing is we had one player that didn't have it today, so he switched up cars to make sure that he'd have a track. So I believe we have two duplicate device vehicles, as you can see. So Local and RPM and Xtreme high into the wall. Got a little bumpy coming out, but it looks like everybody's still tight together. Maybe Xtreme is a little bit behind there. No, there he is. Yeah, Emerald is trying to keep his nose clean here as Local goes up on the wall, drives down, and still manages to collect him as he comes through the back corner. Deep into the turn, a little into the wall, a little bumping and rubbing. Who do we have up front right now? There's RPM. RPM was second in the speed. The Emerald, look at him pushing away with that best lap already. Your Local has been left back a little bit. So we're going to move back up to Xtreme. This is a much different style of racing when it comes to racing, because you have to be a little bit careful about how you drive it, and especially when you're facing off with two people like this. You have to get a little bit off the throttle, but the competition is still there, and you still have to look for that win. Emerald got up into the wall. Demonic trying to play his cards. There's a little bit of a overhang there, so it keeps interrupting with the way I look. Dragging against the corner, there's Xtreme. RPM skidding as Xtreme takes the lead. We'll move a little bit back here so we can see everybody. And Emerald, big spin. RPM's getting... So let's see how RPM deals with this. He's good about getting into getting a little momentum. Demonic. Remember that curb boosting isn't allowed. So if we see curb boosting, we end up deducting points. So there's Xtreme still with his best lap. RPM not having a good time of getting back up, but he is touching that little wall up there to get himself some boost off of those corners. What do we have here? Emerald. Let's move up to the front. It's not really doing it much because these guys are, I think, getting their slipstream. No, RPM entered first. Where'd he come from? I didn't even see that. I move away from him for 3 seconds. He's already in first again. So it looks like Emerald has gotten what we call the no man's land move. RPM riding that corner again. That's going to be costing him. We're up to probably about 4 penalties so far with hitting that wall. And I mean, if he's using it to maintain his top speed, that's going to end up. He's the points leader right now, and he doesn't want to. I mean, that's giving up positions to Juxtree, who's going to be quick to take that position. And RPM crashes. This was not his race today. Okay, where's. Oh, it's funny because Emerald was supposed to be. Emerald was even saying that he was back stuck with no support back there, but suddenly he seems to be doing pretty good, and that was the trickiness about this. Oh wow. So let's see how our RPM's been able to go from front to back to front to back to front to back. The Juxtree still has the best lap. So how close is he to these guys? He's got some ways to go. All right, so we're gonna move up to Demonic real quick. And Emerald's spun again as Juxtree takes the lead. Getting these good angles today with that overhang has been kind of difficult. So hopefully I can get a good view of everything for everybody to see it. And Demonic is getting pulled by Slipstream, but as he gets into a corner, it ends up throwing him too far out. And he ends up into a wall. Move back to Juxtree again. Little tap by Juxtree. Demonic thanks him for the push. But that big spin moved him out. This is lap 13 of 20. 14 now. And it's going to look like it's a Demonic Juxtree battle here. Oh, a little out there, but he recovers nicely. Didn't get it too bad, but Juxtree's gotten a little bit of a run on him, so he's going to be hard pressed to get him back and reel him back in. But it looks like he sees him right there in the distance. They were passing Local Carlos, a little bit of lap traffic. As Local tries to pull back in, he might end up blocking Demonic here. Which is what he doesn't want to have happen, is end up in a battle with a slower car. And no RPM in sight. Demonic cannot get the power down to catch up with Jux. Local's using a little slipstream power to get himself up to speed. So how far back? It looks like there's a pack of guys back there. So let's look at this. So Juxtree still with his dominant lap. Able to do something with it. Local's coming up and doing a little messing around with Demonic here. Just about 37s for everybody. Local passing on the outside, getting a little, but he is lap traffic. Demonic's really not complaining about it, but because I mean Juxtry's got the car today, so it may end up being his race. I wonder who that is up there. Let's look at the ranks again. So Emerald, that's probably Emerald if local Carlos is in his position. And Demonic is not. Oh, that's RPM he's about to lap. There's Juxtry doing a little curb tapping. Yeah, RPM is not having any. Oh! Juxtry wasn't happy about that move. That pushed him back in and pulled RPM in, but I think he's got such a run on Demonic that. So we got about 2 laps to go, and Demonic is. One lap for. There's Demonic, and this is it. I think this is the last lap right here. Demonic's right there. Oh! Local crashes into Juxtry. We're back into this. RPM is actually a lap down, but he's up there fighting like he's in the way for it. Demonic is entered first. Juxtry's coming at the high line. The outside that's going to end strong. They come in the turn. Juxtry is definitely faster. Demonic lost a little traction there, and that's going to be game. Oh, who won it? It's by the nose. Well, Juxtry wins by literally I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 4,000th of a second. Wow. I guess that's the way to win a race, right? If by the nose. So what an incredible race. I want to thank everybody who's tuned into it and continues to watch us. I want to thank everybody that comes out and races with us. And the more people that come out and race with us, the better. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell icon so we can get some more videos out there. And we will talk to you soon. Have a great afternoon. Bye.